Hello and welcome to Down by the Gram on Cam with me, the Grandmaster Kush, talking all things Amsterdam, coffee shops, and everything from the cannabis community. Joining me as always, I have my co-host, the Fada Fairy.
Yoo-hoo,
Yoo-hoo, ready for this?
Yes,
The last one before Christmas.
I know, mad old
Yeah,
time.
it's been a good old year.
It's been an amazing time.
And in the studio today, we've got Robin and Wout, sorry, it's a Dutch word, Wout from Weeview. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
How's it going? He's good?
Hi,
Thank
nice
you.
to have us.
So before we get started, we've got a word from our sponsor, 21 by 20, Life Summed Up. So you can pick between a snapback and a beanie.
I will take the beanie because
Beanie?
my hair is too short.
Yeah, me too.
Beanie?
For the cold days.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank
Beanies
you.
are going quick in the winter. We're running out of beanies. But yeah, 21 by 20, Life Summed Up. They're not on general sale yet. They're just for the smoking elite of the high society. So, right, so before we get going, I'm going to ask just 4 questions in 20 seconds to see what kind of smokers you are. So, Robin, you go first and you go second, so I'm not asking you this over and over. So, weed or hash?
Weed.
Hash,
Hash. Sativa or indica?
Indica.
Indica.
sativa,
Sativa. Rolled or in bowls?
Rolled.
Rolled. And what was the first coffee shop you ever smoked in?
Dick
Pull the
Riat-
mic closer to you.
Dick Riat in Wolfga.
I don't even
That's
know what
a-
that is.
what?
Not only do I know what the coffee shop is, I don't even know where you're talking about.
Yeah.
So say it again.
Dick Riat.
Dick Riat, is
in
that the coffee
Wolfga.
shop?
That's a coffee shop.
Okay, and where's the place?
Wolfga.
I don't even know where that is.
Is that
No, it's
down
like
sector?
almost a 2-hour drive from
Oh,
here.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
Okay,
it's,
right.
it's not close
So-
by, but if you're ever in the Netherlands, in the north of the Netherlands,
Yeah,
Friesland,
check it out.
check it out. It's also rated high in the app, so
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
good
nice,
smokes,
yeah.
nice
So
app.
that's your local, your closest one? When you
Yeah.
were growing up, like?
No, not like that, but if I'm gonna go to a shop, I'm gonna go
But
to
it was the
that.
first one you ever smoked in?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
Like 15 years ago.
Oh, nice.
So,
And it's still going?
Sorry?
It's still there? It's still going
it's
strong?
still there.
Nice.
It's renovated and it's a really high-end shop.
Nice. And you get good strains, like? Good menu?
strains, Yeah, good menu, many varieties,
Nice.
edibles,
'Cause
good
I
highs.
haven't been to many shops inside Amsterdam, but I always find their menus are a bit lacking, you know what I mean? They're not as full as the Amsterdam menu. They'll have a couple of old school strains and that's it, you know what I mean? Because locals aren't into the newer stuff, you know what I mean? They're kind of just happy with 1 or 2 strains, 1 or 2 hash, and that's it. So I remember being to Utrecht before, and they had, like, any of the shops there, I was nearly just buying to sit in the shops, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't going out there going, oh, Utrecht's got good weed, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
Amsterdam, everything was, prices were maybe cheaper, but the strains weren't as nice, you know what I mean? Nothing was as powerful or as strong, so, but this place got a decent enough menu, like, good quality.
Yeah, they do. They got the new, they got the old. So
Nice.
you should definitely.
Yeah,
visit
it's a
them.
bit away, but I'll
It's-
definitely,
yeah. I don't know why you will
Yeah.
be there, but if you are, then
yeah, for sure.
check the app and you will find it.
Yeah, and what was your first coffee shop?
My first was a Repelsteeltje.
Don't know that one
It's
either.
also way up in the north.
Okay, yeah.
It's in Leeuwarden.
I've heard of that one, that place
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, it's a nice place. They have a lot of coffee shops for how
In-
big it is.
Okay, in that area?
Yeah, in
Okay.
the city of Leeuwarden, they have like 12 shops.
Okay,
and,
that's not
they
bad
only
at all, yeah, it's good
100,000
selection.
people live in,
Yeah.
and it's all in the same square kilometer.
Oh, nice. So,
So,
you've just
yeah.
got, like, you do a little
Sick.
kind of
Like
like a
proper
pub crawl
hot
kind of
dogs,
thing,
yeah.
yeah.
And
And
are they of the same vibe as like Amsterdam? You can come in, sit down.
Most
chill?
of them you can sit down.
They're,
this-
they're low non-Dutch in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a big student
Okay,
city,
yeah,
so a lot of expats.
It's not like
and-
Maastricht or some of them, they don't let any non-Dutch
No,
residents
everybody's welcome, and we both used to study there. That's how we met as
in.
well.
Okay, nice.
Okay,
So
cool.
that's where we smoked. But the one I was talking about, Repelsteeltje, it looks like a bit of a fairy tale.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's very old.
I knew the fairy get excited that one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Tell me
wood
more.
and small stairways up.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's like a 3-floor shop.
Oh, beautiful.
But it's
Nice.
really, it got this old kind of vibe. It's it's really nice.
Yeah, nice.
But I
Yes.
used to live next to it,
Okay.
so that's where I was.
The fact that they've got 12 shops, it sounds like where you were, that's one shop, wasn't it? That first one?
Yeah,
So if you travel out there, you've only got one shop to choose from. At least if we go to Leeuwarden, we've got 12 in the kind of square.
Yeah.
So yeah, we must do a day trip out there and do a kind of hit them all. She'd be straight. If I can get her out of the ferry, we'll go in there and she won't leave.
I'll be there
It's
all
funny.
day.
We don't got a lot of shops, but there are a lot of smokers.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, the
That's
shops are also as
Packed.
busy as here.
Okay,
so,
nice, yeah.
Small
I'd
places.
say it's more of a
I
local
can
vibe though.
imagine, Yeah.
Because here it's all mostly tourists, you know what I mean? So I can
Yeah.
imagine you just go in and your
Yeah.
neighbours and people you know what I mean? And going down the local for a joint and you run into your neighbours and stuff. That'd be nice. Because every time you go here, like we'd run into people we know, but most coffee shops is just 90% tourists. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
Only
weird
when you
to
go
have
in
that
these
local.
small neighborhoods with this small shop
Yeah.
inside. All the locals go there.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. It's weird to
that's
have that local
cozy.
feel. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really lovely, actually.
Like expecting to see the same faces,
Yeah.
and when someone's not a regular, you're like, "Who's this guy?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where
yeah.
where here it's the complete opposite. You know what I mean? You'll see one guy you recognise, and the rest is just tourist after tourist. So yeah, I'd say it's a nice feel when you get to go into your local shop. You know what I mean? Just have a joint with people you know.
Yeah, and just have a chat with your neighbor or somebody
Yeah, that's
else. It's
it.
always,
You don't even have to arrange that, and you go, "I'll probably know somebody down there. I'm going to drop down." You know what I mean? So
and they're
nice.
really strict in Leeuwarden on don't take your phone inside. So you
Okay.
have to talk with other people.
Yeah.
And
Love
especially,
that
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
especially in the Repelstiltje, it's very common that you play a board game,
Okay, nice.
and then
Beautiful,
somebody
yeah.
would just come at your
Come and
table
join
and join
me.
the game.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's all about talking to each other.
Yeah.
You can't wear a hat. You can't look on your phone.
Yeah,
or
so
you'll be
it's
kicked out.
you have to be in there, be social and communal.
Social, yeah.
Yeah, that's
social
beautiful.
place.
That's
That's what the
really
coffee shop
nice.
used
Yeah,
to be,
that's
right?
what they are for.
There
Yeah.
was. There's a community centre to some degree, big, small, or
Yeah.
different. People would come for some form.
No,
of
that's it. Like
yeah.
it's a place like
That's
we can all
beautiful.
smoke at home. We go to coffee shops to smoke with other people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
with friends,
yeah.
meet new people.
like
but
here we
Yeah,
get to talk to
it's
new people every day. Oh, I'm here from here. It's my first time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of
So
course,
that's
to the
cool as well.
tourists,
But to
yeah.
go and actually know all the faces there, you know what I mean? Get to know people more just from smoking
Yeah.
with them all the time. That'd be beautiful.
That's
Um,
a nice way to be.
It's
around.
nearly like what you've got with the fairy house, you know what I mean? And kind of,
Yeah.
she has, I don't know if you've seen, she does the fairy house. It's like a puff of paint where they gather everyone together
Oh,
and
I've
do
seen it,
painting
yeah.
sessions and
Yeah.
stuff.
Alright.
So like that, you go there and you get to know, you know everybody now, you know what I mean? So it has that community feel where if you didn't know them, you're getting to know them, and you know what I mean? You might have met them last time and now you're getting to know them next time and stuff. So, you know, it's nice to have that because it's hard in a city this big with this many
Yeah.
people to
Yeah, of course.
have that
many
kinda
tourists
close
coming in,
co-
going out,
I always
and-
find it funny that
Yeah.
when you're here, like, there's so many people,
yeah.
but nobody knows each other.
No, that's it. Like
Wow.
it's everyone
in
just
a
walking
smaller
past
place,
each other.
it's
Yeah,
less people, but everybody knows.
yeah. The opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you know, you even know your neighbors.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
already living here for
That's
2
it. Like
years.
when you live in the city, you don't know any of your neighbours. Like the guy who lives beside me, I think I've seen him twice. I live here 2 years or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just,
So-
unless you're in the stairs at the same time, you're never going to see each other. You know what I mean? No one hangs outside their front door, just having chat with their neighbours, right? Like you know what I mean? Well, not in the city centre. Really.
You
You'll have
just
homeless
walk-
people coming up to you looking for cigarettes or something.
You will walk past them because you don't recognize
Yeah,
them.
that's
Yeah.
it. Like if you're going to talk to them, you're going to talk to everybody. So you might as well just ignore them all. You know what I mean? It's when there's too many. Who do you talk to?
But I don't know. The cities in the north are a lot smaller than Amsterdam.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But still, it's the same because you don't see your people you know
Yeah,
often.
I think
'cause,
that's modern times everywhere
yeah.
now. You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up in Ireland, you knew all the neighbours, and now I don't think my man knows half of them. You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah.
I think that's the phone thing as well,
Yeah.
which is why I'm
Yeah.
liking that coffee shop.
yeah,
It's making people just stop and be.
yeah. Well,
You
that's
know
it. Back in
what
the
I
day,
mean?
your
Yeah,
kids
they're
were out
all-
on the
We
road.
missed
The
that a lot,
phone and
yeah.
Yeah.
you miss everything around you and
Literally.
Oh,
the
yeah.
communication, the personal
Yeah.
interaction. And
Big time. It does.
Yeah.
We're, I think so. Like
Yeah.
with our neighbours, our shopkeepers, everything is just like beep.
Yeah,
okay,
that's it.
Go.
On
You
the
know what I mean?
phone,
We
one
need
of
that
them.
Stop time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like sometimes I'd be on the phone, I could be like doing something, and madness could be happening in the coffee shop, and I'm still too busy on my phone. Someone goes, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "No, what happened?" Do you know what I mean? There could have been police, everything outside the window, and you're just stuck on your phone for them few minutes. Like even this view outside here, like there's madness constantly. I have to be just sitting here watching telly or something, and some people come over here for the first time, like just staring out for hours, going, "This view is amazing." It's like, "Oh yeah, forget that stare." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I did
you
the
take
same
it for
when I
granted
came
after a
here.
while,
I was,
like-
Yeah,
oh,
completely.
yeah,
big view.
like some people when they come over for the first time, just sit staring out the window the whole time. You know what I mean? Just loving the view. I'm like, "Oh yeah, forget that." You know what I mean? I've seen it for years now. You forget how good it is.
Yeah,
It's, also when you forget your phone.
Yeah.
Like the first hour, you're not even like thinking about it.
Yeah,
and
and then you go to use it.
You're kind of in shock.
Or
That's how far it's. How far
yeah,
it's
no.
come.
Sometimes I'm on my phone. Then we're in the coffee shop. You go put it on charge, and you're sitting there and go, "Where's my phone?" Like, oh fuck. You're sitting there like, "Is it charged yet? Is it charged yet?" You know what I mean? Wanting to
But
get back
that's
on it.
why we need
Yeah,
stuff
that's
to,
what you
like,
need.
Get our juices flowing again.
Yeah.
Like years ago, they were never bored. They
No.
just made stuff to do.
No.
They knew you had
Well,
to make shit.
They didn't. I think now it's hard to go back. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you've had so much entertainment and so much at your fingertips constantly. Back then it was like, "Oh, I can't wait for that TV show tomorrow." Now it's like I have to watch that TV show now. You know what I mean? Like there was no, I can't wait for that to come out. It was everything is now, and people used to gather together to watch an episode. Now someone's like, oh, I'll watch it myself later on my phone or this and that. So
on the
everyone will do their
train.
own. They'll do the same things but separately now. So you know what I mean? It's
We need to deal with it. But
Yeah,
it's also
it's just the modern
brings
world
good
we're in.
opportunities. Look at
Yeah.
our app.
that's
Yeah.
it.
So
Some
it's
people,
not all bad, but
yeah.
No.
we need to normalize it.
Yeah.
Not only phone interaction, but both.
Yeah, no,
I
of
think
course, yeah.
It will be better.
Yeah, but you know, it'd be nice to take a trip out there. It's a good idea with the phones. It wouldn't work in coffee shops. They're too busy. You know what I mean? Half the people are looking for your Wi-Fi and your chargers and all here. So, you can't really. We don't have Wi-Fi in the coffee shop. So whenever someone asks for Wi-Fi, I'm like, no, you have to talk to each other. I'm afraid. You know what I mean? So it's at least that's one thing that'll keep them off their phones. No Wi-Fi. But I've heard of some pubs putting like a signal blockers around their pubs. So you literally, even if you have your phone, it's not going to work. So you might as well, you know what I mean?
I never
Unless you
heard
want to
of
sit
that.
there playing Snake for the night, you might as well chat to people. So, I remember hearing about, I think it was a pub in England or something years ago. They put in some sort of signal blocker so no one could use their phone inside the shop or inside the pub.
All
Which
right.
forcing community, like it's a good idea.
That's funny.
Yeah,
It's
Some-
great.
Some buildings block the signal automatically. So
yeah, that's it. And everyone's like,
that's-
ah, fuck, you have to
You're
go
forced
outside.
to be social.
Yeah, you have the smoking area and then the phone area outside as well. You go out and send your messages. Good,
you don't need to go outside to smoke, but to call.
yeah, outside.
That's it. I like
Outside
that.
shaking on the phone, like fucking, just hurry up. What do you what do you have to say? And, so yeah, tell us more about your app as well.
Yeah, what
Weeview.
do you about this?
I've been using it for years. I only showed her a few months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we're online now.
How long's it been going?
3 years,
Four
maybe
now?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Jeez,
But it
nice.
originally started as a school project, actually.
Oh no, in college together.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
We were in college together, and we both liked weed, especially.
Yeah.
And the funny
Brought you
thing
together.
is that we studied agricultural school,
Okay.
so all about.
Business administration, but then agricultural focused.
Yeah.
So
So
a lot of people there are coming from farms.
yeah, I was gonna
So
say yeah.
they're gonna work in their dad's farm someday, and they have to study for
A
their
few people
family.
learn how to grow as well. I'd say.
No,
No.
nobody
The funny
did.
part is coming because
Okay.
we needed a project to graduate.
Yeah.
And we also did an app before in a small school project for
Yeah.
like a couple months. But then we needed to graduate, and you need a project to graduate with.
Yeah.
So Wout came up with this idea of reviewing coffee shops, but then with the app, because it's so much handier. You always got it. with
Yeah,
you,
it's always there,
No
it's
hassle
there.
of websites. and
Yeah.
shit. But yeah, it was.
So
what
it was
we
set
needed.
up. It was set up more for a review app than a map app, was it?
Yeah, we
It was.
wanted
It was.
to
It was set up
edit
more to
mode.
review than to find coffee shops in
Yeah.
the original. Because I use it mainly to find them. Because I love the map part of it.
Of course, it is both.
But the original was idea was a review app more so than that else was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
original.
to
Nice.
exchange opinions about coffee shops. 'Cause
Yeah.
They always got like, where did you went? What was your favorite shop? Where they got the best hash?
Yeah.
And, yeah, put it in an app.
And that's it. And because it's a weed app, it's you trust the review there more than a Google review. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
anyone
yeah,
can
yeah.
get onto.
And
Yeah.
also with shops that are attached to the app, they get these small business cards.
Okay.
So they, in that way, people actually need to visit the place,
Nice, yeah.
and then they are being told like, this is the app.
Oh,
Please
nice.
write a review about us, because we're not all out there. Like,
Yeah.
You don't find us on the streets or anything.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
find us inside.
I don't
the
even know
coffee
how
shop.
I found you. It feels like I've had the app as long as I've been here, so I don't remember downloading the app, but I just found you somehow, and I've used it ever since. But it's great. I remember I was in Utrecht before, and a few of the coffee shops closed down. I remember just going onto the app, and it has you just click on the map, and next thing you see all the numbers. There's 5 shops here,
Yeah,
4
yeah,
shops
yeah.
here. Zoom in. I love that. You know what I mean? Because you can see how many's in the whole country. Do you know? You probably know how many's in the whole country at the moment,
565.
and that's active,
In
open.
the whole of the
In
Netherlands.
the whole of the
565.
Netherlands.
Maybe some
Around-
more, maybe some less.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
changed,
it's
some
hard-
closed,
yeah.
some open, not many open. New,
And
but
some
Yeah,
of
definitely
them
not
are
new.
opening new.
A few change of names maybe, but nothing new is
Yeah,
open.
yeah.
And some are shut down for like 3 months or so.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They will be back open again, but
And you will update that if you have the information. You will
Yeah.
update
Yeah,
close
yeah.
because I remember
Yes.
chatting to you during lockdown when the times kept changing. You just had to go through all the coffee shops, changing close at 10, and then I think we changed from open at 10 to open at 8. So I remember contacting you to change that as well. And
And that's
Is
the
wh-
way we are open to people providing this
Yeah,
information.
because well, that's
We
the
have
bit. You
very-
can't go to every 565 shops and keep checking their times and their
No.
There would be
availabilities and all
much
this.
hassle.
For two men, it'd be a lot.
So we also get a lot of messages from people that are that went to a shop and then found out that the opening hours are not right anymore.
Okay, and they
then
updated
message
yous.
us and then we change
Nice.
it again.
Right. But in some way, as simple as it is just the time thing, I think you're actually in a way building a community.
Yeah.
They're not just reaching out for like, hey guys, this is the thing. They're
Yeah.
kind of like they want to be involved.
Yeah,
in
they're
some
like,
way.
oh,
Yeah,
just
that's-
update
You're
this,
seeing
let
what
us
you're
know.
doing.
That's
is
our main
cool.
goal as well, and that's why
Nice.
we always tried it to do it together with the coffee shop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not just like pushing
Just
the
throw-
app to people and then
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
after that go to the
You
coffee
want the
shop.
coffee
like, look
shops
what
to
we got.
say-
We want
Yeah.
the coffee shops to join us.
Yeah, they
to
they
grow
update
together.
yous with
Yeah.
their, oh, we're changing this, let
Yeah,
us
yeah,
know,
yeah.
kind of, yeah. No, that'd be
We
the
can-
ideal situation, like,
And
yeah.
then we can provide them with an account so they can do it themselves. If they
Oh,
want.
nice. They can update their own details. Yeah, nice.
Add pictures, change the time, make a little description about the cells.
Oh,
we can
sick,
provide them
yeah.
with some offline material so they can collect reviews more easily.
Oh, nice.
So, because I think when you got a lot of reviews, it says you are a good shop.
Yeah,
You got
You're-
quality,
yeah.
everyone is happy, and
Yeah.
not just a couple of reviews from regulars. That
Yeah.
will,
Yeah.
Of course, give
well,
you 5
like most of our
reviews.
reviews we get, like people come in, they try to use the toilet without buying something. I go, sorry, you have to order first. Next thing,
Yeah.
they go outside and they're, oh, the person in the coffee shop is rude. I'm like, we're not a public fucking toilet, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but it's not the whole story.
most
They-
most people that leave reviews are trying to get back at you. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
very few people like, oh, that was a great time. Let me go on. People are like, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna go on and leave a bad review here. So, I think on the weed app it would be more actual stoners leaving genuine reviews than
Yeah.
just
That's
slighted
also,
Which
customers.
is nice.
This is what you want,
because
you
you're
can
wanting
trust
to know
it.
about the coffee shops.
Yeah.
Especially
While,
for people
uh,
on holidays.
Yeah.
While doing our thesis, we had to write something down about review marketing, of course.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we found out that most people only write reviews when they're or really happy, like
Yeah,
extremely
really happy.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
sad.
Oh yeah, or
So
slightly annoyed.
It's 1-star reviews or 5-star reviews.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And since we started, we see like a lot of people write 3 or 4-star reviews.
Okay,
so
so
they're
more
happy about the
genuine,
quality,
yeah.
not so happy about the choice or the price.
yeah.
They're
it's
kind
more
of
genuine.
fair though as well.
That's it. You
That's
can't
so
really trust
nice,
a really
yeah.
1-star or 5-star review. You know what I
No.
mean? Because it's they've either been their arse was licked so much that they loved it for 5 stars, or they had a
Yeah.
really bad. You know what I mean? They felt like they were slighted or something and said,
Use the toilet.
yeah, something like that, and they're
Yeah.
going to get
Well,
them
most
back.
of the times
Yeah.
you can't like the person behind the bar, for
Yeah.
instance, but you do like the quality of the product.
Yeah.
So that's why we got 5 different types of
Yeah.
things you can review.
That's it. If you're giving a
Okay,
genuine
so
one,
it's not just an overall review.
No,
Use, like,
you
break
have
it
to
down.
fill in 5 different things.
Okay,
so
shop,
quality,
weed.
price, appearance.
okay,
Nice.
that's because
Yeah.
then you can be more. You can say the shop was lovely, the weed was shit, the bartender was all right. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah, because
So you
But a
won't get
better
on 5
overall
stars that
review
easy.
of
Yeah.
what you're going
Because if
to,
you had to give
I
5
like
stars
any
and you were
shop
like,
you
I like the shop, but I didn't like this, but I like, you know what I mean? You'd be like,
Yeah.
do I give them? Do I average it? Then you're like, oh no, I can go 5, 1, 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
be
Yeah, you
more
could
specific of
Yeah.
this bit was good, but that bit was terrible. They need to
Yeah.
work on that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, sure, man.
yeah, that's a nice little touch. So what's the 5 topics? The 5 categories they can?
So you have price,
Yeah,
which is quite
Yeah.
an important thing, of course. Quality,
yeah, very
appearance.
important. Yeah.
What do we have? Mm,
Appearance of the shop.
yeah, I already
It's
covered.
always
Oh.
on the spot.
Yeah.
You're always
Didn't mean to put you on
Yeah.
the spot.
Once
I
you
tell this
leave,
story like
you'll remember
30
it,
times in a week.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now,
But
The mics are
The,
on.
the
Yeah.
options, the menu options, quality,
Like customer
Appearance,
service and
customer
stuff.
service.
oh yeah, customer
Yeah.
service.
we're just talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And
But
you were
nice
saying,
overall.
yeah, you were saying you aren't on Apple at the moment. You've been taken down off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, since the 4 years we've been doing this, we are kicked out like 4 times. I think.
Okay, because I've had you on my iPhone the whole time, so
Yeah.
I must have got lucky.
Yeah, if you have the app
No.
already, you won't lose the app.
Okay, nice.
But
If
the-
you don't want it now, you were unlucky.
Yeah,
But,
so if
uh,
I delete this, I'm not getting it back. But well, until you sort out the
maybe,
iPhone.
Maybe in your account.
Yeah,
you
'cause it's-
downloaded
you've had it
already,
before.
But new people can find it. Sorry, working on that.
Yeah.
But
But,
So
But all
it's
the Androids.
it's on Android.
Yeah.
Weeview is available on Android, and then you have the website.
yeah, the
Yeah.
website is going to upgrade, and then you can read every review and every shop you can find also of the website.
Nice.
But that's temporary for
Just
till
until
we,
you get-
till we got the iOS
Yeah,
app. And of course we leave the website online. But
Yeah, the app is your main.
yeah,
Yeah,
the app
yeah,
is what we want to focus on.
yeah.
But the thing is with Apple that when we started the app, our Google app or Android app was already done for like months
Yeah.
before we finally figured out how to go through with the Apple app,
Yeah,
because they check it personally.
yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
because of the law in the Netherlands says that weed is illegal because we have the gedoogbeleid.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
which is what's the England word for
Yeah,
it.
but it's
But the gedoogbeleid is something American people can't get their head around.
okay.
Like it's so difficult. So
Decriminalised, kind of. Is that what it means?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that you
the
can sell
loophole.
it, but you can't
Yeah,
buy it.
it's the definition for the loophole you
Yeah,
use.
the
kind of.
loophole.
We
Yeah.
looked the other way.
Yeah.
But Apple doesn't understand it. They only read that
Yeah,
it's illegal.
it's black and white. They say, is it legal
Yeah.
or illegal?
So
Neither.
we had
no,
to build
one or the
something.
other.
It's illegal
Yeah.
in their eyes, so
Yeah.
they say it's illegal.
So we had to find a solution that they would like our app,
Yeah.
but don't know what we're really doing.
Okay.
So we found out how to do it. Of course, this is a little secret.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that we were in. Then after some time they find out that
You
what
were
we're
there.
doing, kicked
Yeah.
us out, got back in again, and now we got some complaints from other people. We don't know. Well, we think we know how
Yeah.
it goes, but they just they try to do the same thing probably,
Yeah.
and they can't get their app in. Then
Yeah.
they send Apple a message like, "Wow, this
If they
guy,"
can, why can't us? Yeah.
and then we get kicked out again. So
Fuck. So you're fighting to get back into Apple at the moment?
yeah,
But fair play for keep going.
Yeah.
Really and truly, because like we say it to whoever comes on here that's trying to make a movement. People need to. He's shadow banned like
Oh, yeah.
fuck on
Like,
Instagram.
You can't even.
But
I can't even be a collaborator on
I can
other
hardly-
stuff because I'm that shadow banned on Instagram
Yeah.
because I
Oh, that's
share
so
weed
sad.
stuff. But
I
Yeah.
think you need to keep going. It's a bitch. It's a pain
Yeah.
in the ass, but you
gotta
kinda,
fight the fight.
Yeah, what yous are doing is really really cool.
Yeah.
It's bringing a lot of information and a lot of knowledge to people. Like before I moved here, I remember looking up coffee shops, and you get like the most basic ones, the Bulldog, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not actual
Yeah.
coffee shops, not
yeah,
genuine
you hear the
knowledge
main
from
ones in the
stoners.
main street or the main
Yeah.
squares.
Like off the I
International
Amsterdam
players.
website or
Yeah.
something. It's
yeah,
not.
that's also a thing we wanted to change. That
Yeah.
a lot of tourists just come out of the central station,
Yeah,
walk straight
go
to
to
the
the first-
Bulldog or
When
something
I
else.
first came here, it was the
Yeah.
Varmastra. You didn't need to go anywhere else. The Varmastra had 30 coffee shops on it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't need an app
Oh,
then. I just walked from
yeah.
one end of the Varmastra and back down again. You know,
You could pick
even the
them.
red light had coffee shops, so it was literally 3 streets in a row, coffee shops everywhere. You know what I mean? So
good
I-
times.
I don't even think for the first 5 or 6 times in Amsterdam, I don't think I was ever in Rembrandt or Leidseplein. I just Varmastra for days, and for us it felt huge. You know, there's only 1-2 streets, so it felt like massive. If we had to go 2 streets away, we're like, oh, that's too far away. Fuck that shit.
It's mad.
Yeah.
though. I remember that.
Yeah,
too,
like I remember even over, it's near Mediterranean, so the old Bulldog, or not the old Bulldog, the old Doors, it's called the Palace now. It was
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Doors
yeah.
coffee shop. That's literally, it's just on Spow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Spow. So
Yeah.
it's what, 3 streets, 4 streets away. And I remember back in the day, we're like, oh, I don't know, but that bar we used to go, that's far away, you know what I mean? Now you're strolling over there and coming back for just to grab a bit of weed or something. But back in the day, because you're a tourist, and past the farmer's shop, like, I don't know about that, you know what I mean? We got a taxi to a nightclub one time and there was a load of us. I think they dropped us to Rembrandt, which is like 10 minutes up the road, 10-minute walk, so we didn't know where we were
You
going.
were lucky, man. I need to drive 20 minutes.
Yeah, well that's it. Yeah, I'm complaining that there was too many coffee shops. Yeah, no, I can't imagine that. Well, I can't. We lived in Ireland, we had no coffee shops, so a 20-minute drive, I would have done it. I would have walked it in Ireland, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
of course, but you got like
Yeah.
the house leaders, I guess.
yeah, but that's it. Like for you, it sounds bad. In the Netherlands, have to go 20 minutes or 20
Yeah,
kilometers,
yeah,
something.
yeah,
But for
it's,
us in Ireland, like, oh, it's only 20
We're
miles away.
waiting on a
Fucking.
message.
How is
Yeah.
the regulations in
We're
Ireland?
waiting
Are
to
So
see,
they-
can you get
They
some?
just had a thing, vote in Ireland. Supposedly, they tried to vote it through, and what I heard was it was one away from legalization, one vote away. But I also heard in the same vote that they have moved it from a criminal issue to a medical issue. So technically, kind of decriminalised it in a way.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard any more since that, so we'll see what happens. But
That's what happened.
it's
happens
stepping
in
stones, you
England
know what I
right
mean?
now, right?
The-
Yeah.
England's had that for a while, decriminalised. They have a medical setup as well, so we don't have that like that. But like England's one of the biggest growers of medical marijuana at the moment. They've I don't know how good their setup is. The lads last week said it was a bit.
Yeah.
We've heard mixed reviews, but
Good.
overall, it's they've got a big grow and they've got decriminalised, so they're a bit ahead of us, England and Ireland are. But again, even if you're talking about it, I know a politician friend of mine, he was saying they've never actually put it to the Parliament in Ireland, to the Dáil, they've never actually had a conversation about cannabis. It's kind of been in the background, but it's never actually been put as a motion or this and that. So I think this is the first time they've literally put it in paper to go, we want to talk about maybe
Nobody got
decriminalise this and all. Yeah, I think anytime even somebody says, like, don't even try that, you know what I mean?
But like it's the same as here. Like in Ireland, we're known for drinking.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'd say if tomorrow you legalise cannabis, your neighbours, the man across, everyone.
I used to sell weed to all my neighbours back in the day.
Everybody
Like,
smokes in Ireland. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's the
Like
same
even
here.
I worked in a little Irish bar, like just on the other side of the city, and I'd always have like people like my parents' age and older being like, "Oh yeah, we grow back home."
Yeah.
They, just so many
Yeah, it's
stoners,
mad.
so many people smoke
Yeah.
cannabis. Holland, outside, everywhere.
But it's the same here. We still have this kind of stereotype
Yeah.
about people smoking weed that
Yeah.
they probably don't have a job and wear tracksuits all
Yeah.
day.
Literally.
That's what everybody
That,
thinks.
like that's what half the people we've brought on here. Like we don't sit here going, look at weed's great. We're sitting here going, so what business are you doing? And we're just sitting here for 2 hours of people going, and I do this all day, I do this all day, you know what I mean? So it's we're showing that stoners aren't these lazy
Yeah.
people on the couch
But
there.
that was the best thing about the whole lockdown thing.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah,
it was
day
in
one,
March.
day
They
one.
shut all the
Oh,
coffee shops
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
There were
23 hours later, get back open.
Yeah, because there was lines in front of every coffee
Yeah.
shop, and then even my family, who were not that supportive when I told them
yeah,
I was going to start this company with Robin,
yeah.
they were like, "Whoa! I didn't know my neighbor used to go to a coffee shop
Oh,
because
yeah.
everybody was in line."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so they were
Oh,
running.
so they could see the whole
Yeah.
village.
So usually people
So
get
their
it discreet.
doctor would be in
There's
the
streets
line,
and
and
all,
Yeah,
yeah.
suddenly everyone's coming out joining the queue. I haven't seen you in ages.
They don't care who sees.
Yeah,
Like,
desperate
yeah.
times. Oh, that was
There's
crazy.
more than 1 million people in the Netherlands
Yeah.
smoking regularly,
Yeah.
So that,
but
I'd
still,
say that was a
we
nice
have this stereotype.
normalised.
yeah, I'd say that was it. Look, oh, you do this too, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like looking around, seeing all the neighbours. But yeah, like what they lasted 23 hours because the black market, all the street dealers were just saying who wants
Yeah.
weed, who wants weed. Government's like, it's
better.
better having legalised weed as
Yeah.
essential
Yeah.
work than having these street dealers.
Yeah.
And that's what it is in Ireland. They could have legalised tax shops, but they'd rather drug dealers and criminals be making money
Yeah.
and earning from it. So
Yeah.
in Netherlands they said, oh no, we're closed. Then they go, no, fuck this. Actually, it's all we're doing is helping drug
Yeah.
dealers at this stage. Let's
Because
fucking
even we had two guys on the last episode. They have like a social club in the UK,
Yeah.
and during the lockdown they were closed for a few days. Like they did it just to be respectful. But during them few days, the people that were used to come to them for cannabis were
Yeah.
now going to the streets, but then start going for other drugs as well.
they said the
Because
3
your
people
mum was like,
relapse,
"Here's
relapse.
flour."
Yeah, they
here's
say
this and
it is
this
the
and this.
gateway to.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Whereas they
The
use
dealer is the gateway.
100%.
But,
He's
yeah.
a hustler.
That's
They're
it.
hustlers.
I
It's a
think cannabis
businessman.
is more
Yeah.
like drinking a beer.
Well, even
It's
less,
less.
like you know what I mean. It's like having a coffee. You know what I mean? More
I
so.
know you can
But
normalize
like-
it like coffee, but
Like put it this way, beer is one of the most harmful drugs on the planet. You know what I mean?
It kills more
destroys
people
so many
than
lives.
It's more harmful. Even.
Coffee kills more people than weed's ever killed. So coffee's a worse drug. Like the most.
Weeds killed nobody.
Yeah, the most harmful
Nobody.
thing I sell in my coffee shop is coffee,
Nobody.
not weed.
Not direct.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Zero.
yeah.
Zero people cannabis is good.
yeah, like when in my coffee shop, the weeds never killed anybody. The coffee has, the Coca-Cola, sugar has. Do you know what I mean? Everything else I sell except for the weed has killed people,
Yeah.
except for the weed. So the safest thing I sell in my shop is the cannabis.
Okay.
So you can't really
Agreed,
compare it
agreed.
to alcohol. You know what I mean? It does have something where it can. You know what I mean? It can change
But
your.
it's more like the label in the system.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Ireland almost legalized it. Here we got like the experiment, but I think they just need to say legalize it.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
grow 5 plants on
Yeah.
your own. In
They
in
just
your
meant
garden,
5 for everything in
on
the
your
Netherlands.
land.
5 grams, 500 grams in the shop, 5 plants in your house, 5. You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah, but it's not legal to have 5 plants. in
No,
your
yeah,
house,
it's in
but
your outside. But that's what I mean.
Also not. If they call the police, they can.
In
still-
Amsterdam, you're allowed 5 outdoor grows, no?
No, it's
No,
not
it's
allowed.
the same
you're-
thing
I
with
think
the
you're
whole
al-
coffee shop.
Okay.
So if they find out, they
Yeah.
will take it.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's. I thought it was actually legally allowed to grow
No,
5 plants
no,
outdoors.
It's the same because we just look the other way because we don't wanna
So it's
bring it to the
it's
table
tolerated.
there by the
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tolerated.
But Grown indoors isn't tolerated.
No.
Okay,
No,
so that's it. Okay, outdoor grown is tolerated. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're allowed kind of
it's
get away with it.
tolerated as long as nobody
Sees you and gives
Yeah.
out about you. Yeah.
You can have a
That's
big
it.
fuck off plant
Yeah.
on your balcony, just
Yeah,
like
there you
there.
go.
Yeah, that's it. In the middle of the city,
Yeah.
just growing plants off the window.
But it's outdoor.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
thought it was,
rubbish.
again, nothing's fully legal, so yeah, I suppose it's just, as long as nobody complains, you can do what you want.
Yeah, and we've been doing this for like 30 years in the Netherlands, and still we haven't legalized
Yeah,
it fully.
oh, you're going
so-
backwards, you're trying to clamp down it more than legalise it, you know what I
we're
mean?
walking behind the line because
Yeah.
everyone, Germany talks about legalization.
Germany talk about it next year as well, and-
Ireland, as you
Well,
said,
it's, we're
Italy.
still a bit away, and I wouldn't
Yeah,
be...
but,
I
Only-
don't know that we were one of the first with gay marriage and all.
Yeah, and we were the first with the smoking ban as
and
well.
the what you call it?
Well, gay,
Abortion.
gay
Abortion law
marriage,
as
gay
well.
marriage was, we were the first, like, it was legal here and in America when we had it. We were the first to put it to a national vote in the world.
Which I think is bigger.
Yeah,
though.
no, of course, because then
So
the
I
people
think
had
we
to say,
could be pretty.
like in other countries, you just said, yeah, of course, gays can get married. In Ireland, they said, we're going to actually put this to a vote for the people, which no nation ever did. They either legalised it or had it illegal. And we
Yeah.
said, let the people decide, and obviously it was voted in for gay marriage to be legal. But yeah, that's why we were the first
That's-
nation to do that, and we were the first to do the smoking ban. But I think that was just cast upon us. I don't think
Yeah.
we were putting our hands up for that. You know what I
No,
mean?
they never gave
I think
us
that was a
choice.
joke.
Yeah.
We're going to start the smoking bans in pubs in Ireland. Everyone in Ireland's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So yeah, I think if it can work in Ireland, then it can work anywhere. You know what I mean? If the Irish can do it, you can fucking do it. These
Yeah.
drunks.
It'd be
So-
beautiful to see it.
Yeah.
Like over the next, like even if it is 5 to 10 years,
Yeah.
seeing Europe become green.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
You know what I mean?
But that, it needs the
I
big
feel the
countries, Germany and
mindset.
England, if they did do it, you know what I mean, the
Yeah,
biggest
they-
nations,
yeah,
then
then
it's
they'd be
everyone else like, well, why, like if the big ones are doing it, we're the little ones, why are we
Yeah.
fucking doing it? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
no,
see it
it's-
in America. It's a great success, I think.
Mm.
So-
Yeah, I think there's only 14 states that don't have, so it's either medical or recreational, and there's only 14 out of the 50 states that don't have anything. So out of 36 states, you can get cannabis either medically or recreationally in America. So that's
Yeah.
what 3/4 of it nearly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Great thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I heard federal level. They
federal
also,
level they're talking about it, but it's still it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it's the same everywhere. It's
Yeah,
the same.
it's
Everyone
nobody wants
do
to
it, but
fully
no one-
say, you know what I mean? Canada
Yeah,
did it,
makes
and they're doing
yeah,
well with it, but no one else wants to
yeah.
go. Yeah, no, it's legal. You know what you want? They're all like, it's kind of. It's even
Yeah.
the lads last week. They have a cannabis club,
Yeah.
but there's no regulations on it because they're not. They still haven't fully sanctioned it. Like even during lockdown, they were given what's it help? What's the word for it?
Like
Assistance, assistance from the government. They gave them like €70,000 or pound for a cannabis club in England to keep them open because it was a essential medical kind of
For the
hub.
mental
Yeah,
Yeah, a
health, I
community
think
hub.
it's,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
For the people to come to.
Lockdown.
So that's a cannabis club
Yeah.
in England getting help from the government. You know what I mean? So it gets there. You know what I mean? It's even with the loopholes, it's still kind of. I even asked them what time they have to close. They're like, we don't have a closing time. We're not legally here, but we're allowed to be here. So again, it's still loopholes. It's crazy.
We're going with
It's
the flow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't rock the boat too much. You know what I mean? Like it's. Yeah.
Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. And
Literally.
it's mad. The same like that same here. Like they're just like kinda you can do this, but you can't do that. And if you do that too much,
Yeah.
we're gonna, you know what I mean? And it's you're trying to just on this tightrope. You know what I mean? Trying to
Yeah.
balance an act.
Oh, good.
Like even the controls over here, they come over and they come into the coffee shops and check have you got enough, like how much weed you have. They don't even know what they're looking at. Like I've heard some shops they're coming in, they're like extracts and stuff. Some of the
They don't know what
BHO
it
you're
is,
not
yeah.
allowed, but rosin you are. They're coming in going, how much is that weigh? They're like, 10 grams. Like, all right, grand, writing it down. You know what I mean? Half they don't even know what they're looking
Yeah.
for. So, and it can go the opposite way because they'll think something is illegal and throw it out. You know what I mean? Because they're like, no, you shouldn't have that. Like, no, this is legal. No, gone. You know what I mean? So it can go either way. It depends what control you get coming in the door, if they know what they're doing or not. So
Also with all the new oils and resins and
that's it.
Yeah.
Like
They
I'd
don't
say
know
all
what
the
it
shit come
is.
from America. They're like, what the fuck is happening now?
Yeah.
Like all the Dutch laws were set up for hash shops. They didn't even know what weed was then. Now they're dealing with edibles, extracts, fucking all this stuff. You know what I mean? Vapes.
Yeah,
They,
it's a
they
shame.
haven't caught up. You know what I mean?
It's a
They're,
shame. They don't know enough to judge it.
no,
So
that's it. They
can-
just
No.
blanket, just tar it all
but
with the
they
one
can
brush.
fine you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, they'll
strange.
take your money, all right. You don't know why
Yeah.
you don't know why they're taking it, but they'll take it. You know
also
what I
the
mean?
edibles are changing
Yeah.
because
So
in some cities you're allowed to sell every edible. You
Outside
can
of
get.
Amsterdam, I think the rules are off. In
You go
Amsterdam,
to The
they're
Hague,
kinda,
they have
yeah.
candies you
I've
buy
heard
in the
that
store.
Rotterdam, I think
Yeah.
Utrecht, you can get gummies, you can get all that stuff. But Amsterdam, brownies, muffins, and that's it. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A few people are starting to get a few funkier stuff in, but it's still just basic enough cakes. You know what I mean. There's no gummies or
I think they're
lollipops.
probably like, alright, we've just had a control. We
Yeah.
have a few months to like have a bit
I've
of
heard
fun,
of
and
shops
then they'll,
doing
like,
that
sell
where
them
they'll
again.
put something on the menu, like hoping they don't get caught in them few days, and when it's gone, it's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something they shouldn't have. Like we've got it when it's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Like the lads were saying last week.
Yeah.
But
It's strange that every community can decide for themselves what to sell in the
Yeah.
shop and whatnot. There's
Yeah.
not a single
no,
rule
that's
for
it. There should
everybody.
be a law for everything, a kind of
Yeah.
control that this is how strong you can have it, or this and that. You know what I mean? I think
Especially with the edibles, because I really like the evolvement of it.
Yeah, well,
from
they're-
a piece of cake to all this kind of
and
gummies
that's it.
and
Most
stuff.
of the edibles here are limited to half a gram. That one, I need 20 of them just to feel something. You know what I mean? So unless you're a beginner or a tourist, I say there's not much point in buying edibles in Amsterdam anymore because you can't get them strong enough. Well, like for us, we definitely couldn't find them strong enough. Again, if your tolerance is a bit down, you'll get something off them. But half a gram of cannabis butter is not enough for an edible. You know what I mean? Like there's ones out there 500 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams. Like they're proper edibles. That's what you get in America. You know what I mean? Like
They'll make you live
Well, I
fast.
Yeah.
think you could still find them in Amsterdam if you look good. At
yeah,
them.
oh no, I know people who make them, but then, again, if you're going to shops, you can't get all this stuff. You know what I
No,
mean?
but
Unless you know, you know.
Again, rules. Local
Yeah.
rules that every city can make it for themselves.
Yeah, it's
And
like in America, each state is their own kind of
Yeah, but not each state, like each province, but like each
city,
smaller city.
each
with
town,
like
nearly.
314 small local rules that,
Yeah.
that everyone can decide themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edibles
That's it. You have to
allowed, or-
agree on
Like
all
a
this, but
cannabis mayor.
yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
to do this,
Basically
they have
like
to
a coffee
recognise
shop
it. They
there.
can't keep saying we don't know what they're doing over there. You know what I mean? They
No,
can't
no,
keep
it's
going.
strange.
Yeah, yeah. You have to actually
Yeah.
look and go right. What is this you want to legalise? What is each? They need to
Actually-
educate themselves if they want to.
Because that
Change
was what
laws.
the guys were saying back in the UK.
They do it.
Is like they'll bring in like even the police officers, and or like they'll go to different stations and they'll actually bring in cannabis and they'll explain the different products to them, or like even how to roll everything, what
Yeah,
everything
the
is.
effects and all that.
Yeah.
Like we were saying last
Which I
week,
think they need to do here.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
police don't have an idea what anything is.
the
No,
police, the
it's like
And
doctors,
it's
them.
not
none
on
of them.
them. It's not their fault
No.
because they just learn.
They're not
going
going
to
to go get extra training on their own
No.
back.
But if they could, if the coffee shops could like provide something, even like the cannabis college,
Yeah,
something that could be teaching the police officers, even tourists, everything that you can come and learn what you're smoking, what the stuff is.
yeah.
It's
Great
And,
idea.
and then the negative
they
effects
should-
as well.
yeah,
Should, include it here.
yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Because the lads were saying they do like training courses for people in the industry where they'll bring them in and teach them, and you know what I mean. And we were
Yeah.
even saying about people pulling the whitey when they pass out. I've had doctors there trying to put them in recovery position. Like last night, we had another guy pass out, and they're up on the balcony, and someone shouting down, "Ring an ambulance!" And I'm like, "Just grab the AA." I'm like, "They're fine, don't worry." You know what I mean? 'Cause
wait
I,
half an hour,
yeah, when
you
people
know,
panic,
yeah,
I
give
always
them
go
something
extra
to
calm. You
drink,
know what I mean? So they
yeah.
know. I'm like, "It's grand." I just grab a drink. I'm like, "You need some sugar. There's a sugar tablet." I just do a real calm. Like this happens all the time. They're like, "Oh, okay." They go back to smoke the joint. The guys there beside the pass out.
No,
Oh, he's fine, is he? Oh, okay, good.
Melon the joint, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like
enough, huh?
it is. I can imagine it's a scary thing if you've like been with some of your friends or your partner for years, and suddenly they don't pass out. Usually now they're on the ground,
Yeah.
fucking. So it must be a scary thing. But it's just all you need to explain
Yeah,
to
of
people
course,
is
you
their
have
sugar has
sugar.
just dropped.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of similar to a diabetic episode. Their sugar's dropped too quick because they smoke too fast, and they just need sugar, and that's all they need.
And you will have the best night's sleep
Yeah.
of your life
On the floor,
tonight.
that
yeah.
you'll have a sleep
No,
on the
be-
floor at the
them
coffee shop.
people usually they'll have like a 14-hour sleep
Yeah,
and they
Little
fucking
coma,
needed it.
yeah.
They, you know, what I mean? Most people when they have a whitey, it's I usually think
It's their body telling them.
Yeah, hey, you actually need to chill the fuck
Yeah,
out.
you haven't got the
Stop.
energy for this.
Yeah.
But like that's it, doctor.
Cannabis
I've
has
had
its
doctors there.
magic.
They're like, oh no, I'm trying to get in the recovery position. This guy's dying. I'm like, get out of the way, doctor.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling the doctor, get out of the way. I've got this patient. I'm like, here, mate, do you want some sugar? Your man have some sugar, and he's fine. I'm like, so doctors don't even know how to deal with
Yeah.
whiteys. You know what I mean? They should be educated on how to deal with it, and not. I mean, kind of cut somebody open to get their heart going again. I'm like, you just need sugar, mate. Calm the fuck down. Like,
You'll never need them
Yeah.
all.
I need a scalpel, quick.
No,
But,
man.
see, but like most of them, they don't have a clue, so they need to educate the police and the doctors and all
It's
this.
strange, like medical people that don't know how to
Yeah,
handle.
there's absolutely no medical marijuana system in Netherlands. Like
No,
even in
because
Germany
it's-
they have, in England they have, but like we were on with Captain Hooter a few weeks ago, and he was saying his doctor said he used to smoking the weed. You know what I mean? He doesn't even speak like he's still smoking cannabis. He's smoking the weed. You know what I mean? Like the doctors don't even know what they're asking. You know what I mean? So it's just mental that they're not educated at all on the
And
cannabinoid
educated.
system inside our bodies and the fact that it's actually a natural thing and all this. It's yeah.
And actually, how did your college find it when
Well,
you were
At
like?
first, they were not.
Yeah, no, that's
That
interesting.
happy about
That's
yeah.
where we left, huh? At the-
You left.
You left
Oh,
college?
No,
Oh, sorry,
the
I was like,
conversation.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we get sidetracked a lot on this show.
Yeah,
don't we?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's my brain. Was that.
Yeah, so we told them about the idea, of
Yeah.
course, and then at first they were like, no, we're not doing this.
Okay.
Because-
Yeah.
Yeah, we are a sustainable school and we want
Yeah.
to educate
You want to
People
teach
about
people where to go to
everything.
coffee shops?
And because of the stereotype thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, lazy
uh,
people.
they don't support it. So we had to prove them that it's legal what we're doing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
It's
then
just an information app is what you're doing, you know what I mean? What the information is irrelevant, you know what I mean? It's
And-
No, it's personal opinions.
Yeah.
And that's
it's nearly like a social media
based
app as
on
well in the
experience,
time,
so
you know what I mean?
it's true.
Yeah. You're just asking
you
people
can-
what they thought, where you know what I mean, where
Yeah.
they went.
You're not actually promoting anything.
No.
No,
You're
no.
just
We're
giving
promoting
people a reference
place where
point.
you can find
You're showing
information about good
yeah, you're showing
cannabis
places
use.
and asking
Yeah.
for
And
their
not in the
review on it.
form of,
Yeah.
rolling a joint or something like that.
Yeah.
Literally,
But
yeah.
experience of people that went to that coffee shop.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also we wanted to
Yeah.
change the stereotypical thing
The stigma.
a little bit, the stigma.
Yeah, no, and especially I'd say in college, because you can imagine like even professors are kind of like, oh, they're the stoners.
Yeah, the
All the
stoners.
And
in
you
the
don't
way.
realize that them stoners are probably in your classroom thinking of 50 business ideas
Yeah,
while you
making
talk
apps and all
shy,
this,
like,
yeah.
you know,
And you
literally
just
what
wrote
you
them
said-
off.
Yeah.
But there was one guy who was leading this course and he liked it a bit.
Yeah.
So after that we could start the project first in a smaller
Okay, nice.
setting,
Yeah.
and then the project went really well. So we scored good points on it, and
Yeah.
then we're like, well, do your thesis.
Yeah.
But it took us a lot of time, especially
Especially
to do the thesis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Because
a lot of work.
They are promoting that a lot of people who do the same study, they try to create their own company. So they
Okay.
support creating your own company,
Yeah.
but
Nice.
not if it's
Cannabis.
Yeah.
cannabis
Yeah,
related.
yeah.
Cannabis related, what should we do?
Yeah.
But I'm thankful they said it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
They were
Eventually,
good.
he said,
the,
yeah.
The business point that they want to learn, of we needed to learn, was okay. And it fitted well in the program,
Yeah.
so they couldn't say no.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Business-wise and study-wise, so yeah. They put
Especially
aside
for
it was about cannabis, and
Yeah.
that's how it all started.
Yeah, that's it.
But
Well
I still
done,
think that
yeah.
if you do it now, in a lot of schools you won't be
Yeah.
supported like we are,
Okay.
because
You got lucky.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Probably.
I've had twice over the years, 2 college students, like at different times, come in and ask could they have to do some sort of project for school, like could they ask me questions about coffee shops and working in a coffee shop. So I've done it both times. I just sit at the end of the bar when I'm finished serving customers, I come over and they have to both of them record the whole thing, and they're like, so blah blah blah, and just ask all these different generals. So I don't know if that's some sort of project they've had to do, but I've had twice college students come in asking can they interview me for their college products. So you can obviously do some sort of stuff with coffee shops, and you aren't the only people who said fuck I'm going to a coffee shop to do this project, sit in there and have a joint.
It is nice. It's making it even though for future students to be
Yeah.
like, oh, actually, wait, someone else did a thesis
Yeah,
on
that's
this.
it.
I can fucking do a thesis
Yeah.
on this
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
I hope
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, really
go what you're
normalise
passionate.
It.
Yeah.
It could be a whole different line, like away from reviews
Yeah.
and coffee shops, but just to you're breaking that stigma. There's going to be students that will see your thesis and be like, wait, I
Yeah.
smoke. I have a passion in this.
That
You're
they
giving
see
them
they
that
see the
drive.
new gap in the market. Someone else will
Yeah.
see a different gap in the market
and
that
to not
Jews
be
didn't.
afraid to be like, actually, here, lecturer, I'm a stoner.
Yeah.
I smoke every day. I'm probably high in your lectures, but I get my
I'm
shit
high
done.
right now, yeah.
I understand
But I have a
what
business
you
idea.
are trying to say.
Yeah, so hopefully it
I
does
really do. I think you'll give
encourage
people,
others, yeah.
It's a good way to be about it.
Yeah,
You just need to do it.
Yeah, no, that's
About
like
cannabis, say it. It's not a big deal. It's
No.
no.
And
Yeah.
most of the people use it and they just
Yeah.
don't say it, so it stays a stigma.
Yeah.
But if everyone at the same time says we use cannabis
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
it's normal, so
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I always find
Yeah.
it strange, even in Amsterdam, when people hide that they smoke weed. I'm like, it's like whenever about
Yeah.
at home
Oh.
when it's not legal, you're here. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you could go to a coffee shop and buy it legally. Why would you still hide from people that you do this? You know what I mean? It's so
But I
strange to me.
think we're very lucky. We have a beautiful community
Yeah.
of people that consume around us. Whereas, like, remember my first experience, like the first girl I like became friends with when I moved here. She made a comment about some guy that basically every time he goes outside he smokes a joint. And I
Oh,
was just
yeah.
like, oh fuck. I was like, I do that.
Judging them for smoking
Yeah.
too much, like
Literally, so I was scared to like blaze a joint around her.
yeah.
And then I found my gang, and
Yeah.
I was like, let's
We're just
blaze.
blazing 24/7.
But it's not. We're not just sitting on the couch. We don't stop.
Yeah.
We work. We host events. We do loads of stuff. So
Yeah.
it is her idea of cannabis was,
The old
oh, they're
fucking
lazy. They're
the
not doing
wasters.
stuff.
Yeah.
But in
So I think
God.
that
Yeah.
I felt the fear of. I thought when I came here I could just say
Yeah.
I blaze, and then the first person we met was like, ugh. So
Yeah.
it's like,
no,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
depends
It-
where you grow up, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm from a small village
yeah. So it's
where
a-
I always think that I was the only one that smoked weed.
Yeah.
okay.
Like, and then there's a lot of social control because
Yeah.
everybody knows each other.
yeah.
And if you smoke weed, then they're talking to each other. Oh, do you know? He
Yeah,
smokes
yeah.
weed.
Yeah.
But
It's-
that's the thing as well. That's why
Yeah.
people hide it.
Yeah.
yeah. And I think
It
people
is,
are-
especially the
don't wanna
smaller.
be judged, but
No, you
yeah,
wanna-
it's not that bad of a deal if you get judged. It's
Yeah.
just one time,
Yeah.
and then you know, oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Not
for
blazing
for
with
me,
you.
I've
Yeah.
always like I've been putting up pictures of me on Facebook. Like my family
Yeah.
or friends, I've been putting up pictures of me smoking joints on Facebook for 10 years. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
I've
of
never once hid that I smoked weed in Ireland or anywhere I went. You know what I mean, if I go to family events with my nana and uncles and aunties, they know I'm out the back smoking a joint, and everyone knows that. It's not even I'm like, oh, I better go out and sneak. Like I'm going out for a joint. See us all later. There could be 20, 30 family there. I've always been
Yeah, I
open about it.
recognize
It's
that.
the same thing with smoking cigarettes. You
That's
hide it
it.
for your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
it's
why?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Go sneaking
Yeah.
out. So I was never that kind of. I remember even when I first came here, I was working on a building site, and I'm working with these Polish lads, and they're like talking about weed. I would take my weed out of my pocket, going, "Yeah, I got this." And they're like, "Oh, hide that." I'm like, "Hide it? I bought it legally next door. Why the fuck am I gonna hide it?" You know what I mean? Just because we're in work. Even though I was on a building site in Ireland, I'm like, "Yeah, I have this weed here." You know what I mean? This stuff I bought next door. I have a receipt for it if I want. You know what I mean? I'm not. I can talk about this in work if I want. They're all like, "Put that away, put that away." I'm like, "Fuck that, put that away." So yeah, it's mad. Some people's just fear, and it's just embedded into them that you can't talk about it, you
Yeah.
can't do it
Yeah.
publicly. You know what I mean?
It's
So
mad.
it's
And
Back in the day-
especially here in the countryside, like there's a few friends of ours from Tilburg, and they're the same. It's not as many coffee shops. There's
Yeah.
a big community, but it's still very hidden.
yeah,
You smoke out in the fields.
yeah.
Like
it's
the way we
crazy.
would back home,
Yeah,
it's different just out of Amsterdam.
like I've even friends at home. They're grown up now and they've bought a house and they're out the back smoking their joints. Like they might have kids or something, so they have to smoke out the back. But they're like, "Oh, I heard my neighbour coming out and I had to put my joint out." I'm like, "Fuck that shit." You know what I mean? I used to sell weed to my neighbours back home, so I don't give
Maybe
a
you
shit. So.
should smoke with his neighbor.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Well, even when I was growing up, like when I was a teenager, the adults, like my parents' friends, I'd sell hash and weed to them, so they're not going to complain about me smoking weed out
No,
the
of
back. But
course.
even at that, if I've bought a house, the fact that I have to smoke out the back is annoying because I've spent a lot of money on this house. And now I'm out the back and my neighbour stopped me from smoking. Fuck that shit, you know what I mean? There's no way somebody who lives, like, this is my land, I'll smoke
Yeah.
here if I
you
want to
just
smoke
need
it.
Learn him about cannabis.
Yeah,
and
that's
there will
it.
be no problem.
But some people are still that kind of, "Oh, I don't want my neighbours to know I'm smoking weed," so I was out the back smoking and then he came out, I had to put it away and go back inside. Fuck that shit. I don't get it myself, it's not for me. But
Back in the day when I was smoking, when we were at how you say it, mid school, high school.
high school, yeah.
Yeah, then their parents was like, if I find out you are using cannabis,
Yeah.
we're gonna kick you out of the house. And, so I said, you can blame it on me. I don't care,
Yeah,
I'm
that's it, I'll
smoking.
take it
Yeah.
all. I'm the bad
Yeah,
I
influence.
know that though, the dedication
Yeah.
to the cannabis.
That would have
yeah.
been me too, yeah, just blame
Yeah.
me. Do you know what I'm like
Yeah,
anyway?
my
You know what I
parents
mean?
already knew and they
Yeah,
didn't mind.
that's
as long as
it.
I did my thing. And,
Yeah, that's it. Like, I think even when I started drinking, my parents, I let them know, you know what I mean? And because I was so, like, honest, and they, you know what I mean, they felt I was responsible enough to do it, they weren't that worried, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always find, especially with drinking in Ireland, all the people who didn't drink till they were 18, they were afraid to drink. Then they start drinking at 18, they can't handle a drink, you know what I mean? They won't have 2 pints and they're fucked. Where we're all drinking from 12 or 13, we go out drinking at 18, we're out for the night, you know what I mean? But these people are like, oh no, I can't drink till I'm 18, and suddenly become 18, they can't handle a drink. So I think you need to get the practice in when you're younger, you know what I mean? So you're able for it when you become an
Yeah,
adult.
but that's also the funny thing, because if you're drinking,
yeah.
nobody hides the fact
No,
they're
no,
drinking.
it's promoted. It's on football jerseys, you know what I mean? It's
A.G. Carroll's
yeah,
brother.
kids going around with fucking alcohol across their stomach. Imagine had Kush on the front of his jersey or something like.
And you can still put it on television.
Yeah,
for
oh yeah,
commercials
and
and
everything. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter.
At the end of
One
sports
day
events and all, they
we're
give you
going
the
to see it.
oh stop! Imagine that fucking kosher Kush on a thing or some sort of, you know what I mean? Like one of the brands or something. Do you want a drink or that? Do you want a Coke or a Sprite, Fanta, water,
Coke would be fine.
Coke,
Yeah.
Coke?
Thank you.
No, I'm gonna
You
grab
good?
ice
Pass that along. We move on to the smoke wall.
coffee. Oh yeah.
We haven't done it last week. So, next up, we're going to talk about the smoke wall. You should know your stuff about coffee shops, since it's your field.
These are probably like our best.
Yeah, we'll go for the rest of Netherlands. They can review all the other shops. So this is the smoke wall. We're going to take a lighter out from each coffee shop. If it's like good seats, good weed, good prices, good everything, like has games tables, toasties, milkshakes, the whole lot. Top shop. If it has most of that stuff but missing a few, blazing. Most shops are in solid spot because everything can run the mill. Then if they're just a little bit below that, they're smokable. And then there's no hate because even the worst shop is better than any shop in Ireland. So it's just not for me because we're spoiled, you know what I mean? So so I'll let you pull out the first lighter. Yeah. There's a few random ones in there that aren't. So we'll see what happens.
I love madness.
Paradox.
Paradox. We haven't had that one yet. Have you been to
I've-
Paradox?
I've been there once.
Okay. You know Paradox?
No,
No?
I haven't been there.
They've just been renovated and I haven't been in it since it's been renovated, so I'm not sure.
I can see the sign.
It was around the corner from where I lived in Jordan on the way to Black Star.
Yes.
The little one, it does
Yeah.
one. It's most famous for its 1 gram edibles. That's what most people know. If you ever say where's good edibles,
Yeah,
you'll see
those
people
strong enough.
Paradox 1 gram, Paradox 1 gram.
Ooh.
So they've lived off that, and there's a tiny slice like this. So you taste that 1 gram of cannabis butter inside
Oh,
it.
that's
So
nice.
yeah.
I do like that home taste.
But their menu, again, they've just been renovated, and I haven't been back in since they finished the renovation. So I'm not sure what it looked like. It was all right before. They had a couple of board games, and it was a small enough shop. I can't remember what their menu was like. You've never been in, obviously. I know the
walk
Eels.
by
I
it.
don't remember the menu.
No.
But I remember that it was before they renovated
Yeah.
the place. It was quite an alright
It was
shop.
a nice little shop, yeah. And you know what? I think I might actually, we'll talk about it for a sec, but I might put it back in and we'll go and check it out because
Yeah.
I've been in it before the renovation, so there's no point in ranking it now when it's a new shop. So
Yeah, we'll
I
come
think
check it out,
yeah.
Paradox.
But it's I know the most famous thing they're known for is their 1 gram edibles. So for that they'll get a little bump up. But we'll wait
That's
and see
nice
what the
because they are. I do remember now. They're just in off one of the little
yeah,
canals.
just one of the roads. You wouldn't
Yeah.
even notice it. You're
Yeah.
kind of walking down the street and then there's just a door there. And that's Paradox. But
Okay,
yeah,
We could check
Yeah.
their rating on the app.
yeah, of course. The
Yeah.
app will have it.
Nice.
right. So we'll skip that one and we'll go on to the next one. Pass that along.
We need a new one.
So he'll take out the next one. So yeah, we'll throw that back in and we'll go out and have a look at it.
Oh.
They first.
Family first.
Family first. And we haven't had them yet actually.
Banging.
Yeah, one of the top shops around. He's obviously been there.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think? Family first.
Well, right now they're doing some crazy stuff
Yeah.
with all the Kali strains.
Yeah, they've got a lot of high. They're a very high end shop. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be.
with the
They're not very good
original
for the
bags and
local menu.
everything.
Yeah, I don't like them bags though. I don't like them. All these ones that like if it's a rectangular bag, fine. But if it's got if it looks like something, it just annoys me. Half them, the holes aren't even big enough to get the weed in and out. They're just a gimmick. You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah,
But it
it's
sells,
so
though.
annoying. It just it sells, and that's what annoys me because if people are buying it because the bags, you don't need to worry about what you put inside it. You know what I mean? If you have a brand and one of your stuff is top and that's what you made your name on, just put your brand on all these bags and throw crap into it. And people are like, oh, that's a nice bag. It must be nice.
Yeah.
And it just, I think people are. If I see a fancy bag, I'm like, right, half the price I'm paying here is for that bag.
Yeah.
So fuck
Yeah,
them.
sure.
You know what I mean? Literally.
100%.
I think
Yeah.
you need to be gewoon blank.
Yeah.
Just
The-
what's inside the bag you need
Yeah,
to
that's it.
I want
label
the cannabis.
What?
I want the cannabis.
That's it,
Not
you know what I
bag.
mean?
I don't
Yeah.
buy
Sure.
designer.
And
I
e-
buy
even
Throw
flower.
away the bag.
Even
Yeah,
some of these
literally,
bags,
yeah.
they have the little like kind of lip in the bottom, and then it just pinches all your weed. You've just got crumbs down the bottom.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? These Mylar bags. So
You
them
don't want
fancy bags, I don't buy. I don't buy the gimmick. It really annoys me.
But it's a
Um,
cozy place.
But they have
Yeah,
it's
as the shop goes,
it's
it's
only got
banging.
one good table though. If you don't get that big table, you've got to have a
Yeah.
few high stills. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
right, yeah.
it's limited in size, but they've got a good quality for calis and extracts and
I think that is their thing. They recognize the size of the shop. It is Amsterdam.
yeah.
But I think their thing is, okay, right, let's focus on the
Yeah,
cannabis.
if you can't
You know
come
what
here
I
to
mean?
smoke, you want to come here to buy your smoke. Then you know
and
what I
then
mean. Like,
feck off elsewhere.
Yeah.
But like their quality, definitely.
No, they
they're
have
one
a
of
high
the
quality
top
for
shops
sure.
up there.
But I think they finished really high in your.
they came second or third in the poll. The
Yeah.
last 2 or 3 years, I think they've been in the top three.
Yeah.
So Green Place have won it the last 2 years, but they've ran away with it. You know what I mean? So I don't know who's voting for them, but they've got a lot of support voting for them. But the Green Place won it last 2 years, and I think this year it was Terps Army, Family First second, Terps Army, and the year before it was the other way around.
Yeah.
So they've been second and third in the voting, so they're always up there thereabouts.
Oh, they've done good.
And they done in the coffee shop league last
They
year.
won first place.
They won first
in
place in the Coffee Shop League,
which
so-
is like a year-long competition.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like
from,
every
yeah.
Yeah, so
That's good
that's
score.
people
Yeah,
entering in every
yeah.
week, and I
It's
think
nice to see just the quality the whole year.
Terps Army
And
were
they
leading
did
it
well.
most of the season, weren't
That's
they?
what you want.
Yeah, and then they pulled out. And
Oh, was it? Is that what happened? I remember
Third or
Dan.
fourth week.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
And-
I think it's they lost the match.
yeah.
Just
No,
right.
but last year they were run away with it for a long time. Terps Army.
Oh yeah, no, they
Yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And then-
They had great quality the whole season.
And
they
then
were
the very
coming in
end,
with
it
banging
was
stuff.
between Dampring, Family First, and
And
Terps
Terps
Army
Army.
on the last day. I
Right.
think Dampring played the Hayes in their last game, which
Yeah.
I'll
oh,
never. If you've got a chance, I think only if someone else lost they could have won.
Yeah.
But if you've got a chance to win, don't play a Hayes as your final game. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah,
So,
sure.
um,
Dampring of banging.
yeah,
quality
Dampring have
there.
got some great stuff,
They're
better than
up
Hayes
there.
for sure.
Original Dampring coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really beautiful quality flower at the minute, and price wise,
Yeah.
like they'd be up there. I think quality, but a lot more to offer than
Oh.
Family First. But their price wise, even their Cali stops at 16.
It starts and stops.
16
It's
and
only
low, yeah.
16 is Cali and 14.50 is the highest the Dutch goes.
And I
That's a
mean,
good price.
banging
Yeah.
stuff.
And
And
beautiful
we've lived
quality.
off there, like their €10 weeds. Half the time, their €10 strains is their top Dutch
Yeah.
in just a smaller nugs of it.
Like,
So
not
kind
even
of
grams.
literally the same strain
Yeah.
as the 1450 for a tenner. And if you
Yeah.
know, you know. They've given it a different name. So I always say to people, go in and trust your nose. If the top stuff smells as same as the lower stuff, buy the lower stuff. You know what I mean? Because
Same.
Yeah.
there is shops that will
But,
put
like,
stuff
they
lower.
did start even telling us towards like,
Yeah.
because we were in all the time. They're like, if the names switch, they're like, this is that.
Yeah, then let
That's
us know
that.
what that is
But
and
it's
stuff.
nice. They mind the
No,
locals
good
as well.
inside
Yeah.
info.
Yeah.
That's it,
I
like-
once heard that when a strain doesn't sell that good,
They change the price
they
to put
change
it
the
up.
name and
Yeah.
the price,
Yeah.
put it up there. And
Yeah.
Gone.
And then
Yeah.
it's
It's
mad.
crazy. I've heard that. It could be €11. Nobody buys it. Change. They might even change the name. Just put it up to 13.50. Boom. Gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People come into my shop saying, "What's your most expensive? Not what's your best. What's your good? What's
Wrong question.
terms? Anything. What's your most expensive? That's all they care about.
Yeah.
What can I waste my money on? You know what I mean? Like, I've got this fancy bag I can put it in if you want. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, paying the half price for the bag.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Strange,
It's
yeah.
and when the tins and all back in the day. Once it was in something fancy, people were like, "Oh, pay what you want." You know what I mean? They don't care what's in it. It's all just show pictures. Look, I got this fancy looking bag, but I have 1,000 of them bags lying around the house. You know what I mean? You just throw them out after. But
Don't use them after.
so yeah, back to Family First. What are we thinking?
I think they're
I don't
They
know if they
feel-
be Top Shop because they're missing
just because
Some
of
space,
space,
the space,
wise,
the comfort,
Yeah.
and they don't even have drinks or that, like they're
No,
even
it's just
basic
fridge,
enough.
yeah.
So
And they're not Weeview partners yet. So.
Oh, okay, family
can
first,
be
you're
Yeah.
getting called out.
Stories,
Yeah.
not touch
I-
up for the
No, but
lazy.
nice though. You want to get them involved.
Yeah,
If
no,
they
for
are at
sure.
that level,
Every
you
shop,
want to be.
everywhere.
yeah, no, that
Beautiful.
That's why you can find
It
them
can
as
all
well,
grow.
But yeah, we can do better.
yeah,
can,
but it would help them
Yeah.
if everyone was in the same thing and they were all learning from each other. Everyone would grow
Yeah.
from that. So you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Because
It's,
they can be then checking each other's reviews
Yeah.
and be like, oh, okay, that's what they're getting complimented on or criticized
Yeah.
on. You can take points from each other.
Yeah, oh, that's
each
it.
coffee shop can
even
learn
even with the
from-
coffee shop league, like people are putting in their stuff, going, "Oh, I thought that was better than that." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I thought that would win this week. Obviously, it's not as good as we
And
thought.
some
Or,
even
Yeah,
like
but-
there's some like shops putting in stuff that they want to see.
yeah,
Like there's one of the coffee shops, the Fly, they put in their White Widow.
Yeah.
So old school strain.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I smelt it, it was beautiful. I love old school. I don't know, my heart just goes for traditional.
Oh, I got some
But
old
they sell it like mad.
and how did it do?
It pretty good. Like it
No, in the
lost
co-
the match.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But their results.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
That's the thing with the league. Like it'll tell you even if it is bad, what it is.
Yeah,
So I do like that. Even if coffee shops, they know it mightn't be Cali, but
but
they
if
have
you
good
can,
quality.
you can get a good,
stuff.
an
Yeah.
honest review on it then as well. So it's, but I definitely think for their strains and their stuff, they're above Blazing. So I'd
Yeah.
go between Top
In
Shop and
between,
Blazing,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I think if they had a bit more comfort and a few more extras like drinks and games table,
Oh,
and
they'd
that,
be a top
they'd
one,
be Top
yeah.
Shop for sure.
You
But
need an extra rating.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
see, because we can go in
Most kind
between.
of float in
It
between,
looks like
yeah.
5, but because we go in between, it's nearly 10. You know what I mean? It's 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? So it kind of gets
Works for
away
me,
with it.
works for me.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll put them in between Blazing and Top Shop. So pass it on to the ferry and we'll get the next one out. I need to. We're running low on lighters. There's about 50 shops we're missing, I think, from the bag. So we
Yeah.
need to stock up over Christmas.
Going on a coffee shop haul.
I'm asking Santa for a load of new lighters.
Here we got
Oh,
Spirit.
Spirit. Oh, nice. Have you been
know
to Spirit?
Spirit coffee shop?
No.
It's over by like Jordan on like
We got
Western.
some
Western Star?
coffee shops, and when I'm here, I just visited a couple, and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go to your nose. Yeah.
So we've done a smoke session here 4 times, the Butterhood smoke sessions.
Yeah.
So it started during lockdown. Sorry, I lived around the corner, and we locked out. One of the lockdowns had just ended, and we're like, right, we want to get a smoke session going, get people together. So I said, I'm gonna go coffee shop to coffee shop and see who will let us. And I went to Spirit first because they're one of the biggest ones they've got. Big back room, games, or pool table, 5 pinball machines,
Oh.
a flat games table, and then another arcade machine. So there's a lot of. They used to have the car racing games and all,
Sounds
but
good.
yeah.
Really?
So they've got a pool table with their own logo on it. Then 5 pinball machines, big, huge back room, and a big front room as well.
Oh.
So I was like, right, we'll try them first, and if they say no, we'll keep going until someone lets us have a smoke session. Went in there, I was like, hey, you want to have a smoke session? Like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay, perfect. So it was during lockdown, so it was
That's
literally, we're limited to like 30 or 40 people, whatever could fit in the back. But we filled it, and it was a great day. And then lockdown ended, so anytime we're having smoke session, like, yeah, everybody comes. So we've done 2 Halloween sessions, and we did a Christmas one there last year. But yeah, it's
They've been great for that, like, cause the space wise.
yeah, and it's
Like as a community meetup spot.
Yeah, it's
a
great.
great coffee shop
and it was so
for that.
quiet for a
it's
shop of
all
that
over
size.
the
Place
place.
to do
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much games.
Yeah.
I
we
don't
will
think
be
I've
lost
been
for
there.
hours.
Yeah,
No.
literally
But for a
is.
shop of that size, it was too quiet. Do you know what I mean? They'd have a couple of locals, and that was it. If
Yeah.
all that, because it was so far out. You know what I mean? Unless you were going out to this shop, you wouldn't pass it.
Like
so-
most people don't fully know of it
Yeah.
really.
You know what I mean? Even when we were doing the smoke session, people were like, where the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the last one we did, the Halloween one, it was a rainy night, so a lot of people didn't even bother coming because it was like, fuck that, the other side of the city, I'm not going out. But it's only around the corner from Paradox. Literally, I think it's probably the closest coffee shop to each other is Spirit and Paradox.
Yeah.
Because my house was in between both of them.
It's fine.
So
you live like almost next to every shop.
yeah, I've always lived
talk
there.
about.
When I lived in Lions of Plain, I lived, do you know Lions of Plain, the square there? So you're in the Bulldog in Lions of Plain? Little Lions of Plain.
No. Oh, lights.
Yeah, sorry, I'm probably not pronouncing it the Dutch way.
Yeah.
So
I
they're the
know.
Bulldog.
Yeah.
Do you know across the road you've got the square with the bars? I lived above one of them bars.
Oh,
So
right.
when I lay in my bed, if my curtain was open, I could look straight into the Bulldog. So I could see the
Okay.
Bulldog, I could see Get Down. So I've always had a coffee shop within eyesight. You know what I mean?
Showing
I don't live too far away. But No, but Spirit, it's like the menu's good. It's not great, but it's good selection and good decent enough prices.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah,
got
definitely.
a few Kush out there. I remember last time we did a live stream the other week, and I was like, I can't find Kush anywhere. And the next day we went to Spirit. I think there was 4 or 5 different Kushes on their menu.
All right.
So yeah, there are a few out there. And as I said, a big seating area and stuff. So it's a nice shop. If
Yeah.
it's worth going out and checking out if you haven't seen it. Like you know what I mean.
And especially if there's like a big group of you.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Oh, there's
like
a-
for that, it's lovely.
There's
big
tables there,
table.
you'd fit how many onto them big tables?
Like-
12, 15,
Yeah.
16 people easy, and it's just one big long table, you'd be all facing each other, and then they've they've 3 or 4 tables then, so you can fit good 40, 50 people in the back probably, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then another 20 probably out in the front areas and stuff, so
Well, I'm visiting a lot of shops for the app.
yeah,
So
definitely check it out.
I will
Yeah.
check it out. Yeah.
It's like if you're out in that area, you've got that Paradox, then you go to Black Star, and then up the road you've got Mr. K and Co, Woody Hope and thing.
I've
So
been there.
you
but
can
not
you can
to-
do it. It's nice to do a little lap if you're, especially if it's a tourist. You come over. You don't want to go for just one shop. You can do a few shops in that area, and that's why your app is great as well. Because if you get there, you're like, oh, where's the next shop? You know what I mean? Just look
Shop
on it.
hopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've been in areas and I'll just literally get the app and go, where's the nearest one to me? And you'll see all the little dots pop up.
Yeah.
There's even in the Pipe, I remember I put on my story a while ago, and I was like, I just took a screenshot of like 7 coffee shops in a row, and I was like, I haven't been to any of these, and it was literally all in one row, seen on your app, and I think I put up, has anybody been to these, any of them any use, this, that and the other, so it's good that you can just go, right, this area has a load, it's worth going to
Yeah.
check out.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because you don't want to go somewhere just for one shop, you know what I mean?
Have you visited them all?
Not all of them, no, definitely not. There's a few out east and west and that I haven't got to, but anything in the centre I've definitely got to. I'm still finding little ones here and there every now and again that you didn't even know about.
Yeah, they're like you walk down the road so
Yeah.
many times, and then
Maybe
you're like,
you
that's a
should mark
coffee
them
shop.
in the app.
Yeah.
So you can.
I must do
You can
actually.
collect them all.
Yeah,
But the funny
Can
thing is
you
that
do
even
that?
that's it. That
No.
That's
we
a thing
can't
you
do
should
that at
add,
the moment,
actually.
That
but
would be a great
We're
thing.
always.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
it's like a
Opportunities
checklist.
and-
You know what I mean? You could add just a checklist, and
well,
someone
if you
goes,
write a review about it, you can see which.
"Oh, which shops
Yeah,
you
you can
reviewed?"
see 'em in your-
Okay.
in your account,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Oh no.
But you can even just add a visited button or something.
Yeah,
you know what I
something
mean?
like that.
Something like that, and then it will come up and
Yeah.
list everywhere you visited or something. That'd be a nice little extra.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And you can compete with your friends as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
it-
do because it brings
Look,
that
I got
hype
50,
on it.
150.
Yeah, yeah.
How much do you got?
Yeah. How much do
I
you
know some
blaze?
people, you see in the Joker, there's money on the wall. Some people, these group of lads, they put their names on it and they have like a table on it. So every time they come back to Amsterdam, they put another notch on it and like send a picture to their friends. So they put up the note together, and now it's a
Yeah.
competition who can come back and put a note on the wall more
that's
times.
cool.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So, yeah,
That's
it's a good idea. But right, so Spirit, I'd say blazing because it has all the extras, and it's definitely above Solid Spot, but I don't think it's a
Yeah.
top shop.
No, I'd
You know what I
say-
mean?
Yeah, it's
Blazing because it has the games
Yeah, it's
tables, the pool
space,
table, and all. Like it deserves it for that, and it does have a decent enough menu. Like it's not family
No,
first level or
price-
something,
no,
but
not
price
at
wise
all.
it's okay, and selection wise they've a
So
good.
then is it just in between maybe just because menu isn't
But I'd still think the rest should get them
Yeah,
up there.
I
You know what I mean?
suppose,
Because
yeah.
we put a few in between
Yeah,
here
sounds
that
like-
are.
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
pretty blazing to me.
Yeah.
we piped it.
Right.
No,
last
they
one.
have been so good to us.
Yeah,
as
no,
well.
they've let us host a few sessions there, so
And with our
it's the least we can
madness.
do is give them a good review. That's what yous are all about, is the
But
good
it
reviews.
needs to be a
An honest
review,
review,
huh?
always.
Yeah.
I think we've had Kandinsky's, have we? Oh, maybe we haven't.
Oh, we have, because I think you pointed it out. That was one down the road.
I'm not sure. I'll check the wall. It might have been thrown back in by mistake. Goa, we haven't had that.
No, down the road.
Yeah.
You know Goa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Any-
feel like an outsider at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That's
here.
what you got. What you live in a small
sometimes
town. in
I
Friesland
sit here and I'm
and
like, I don't know
Yeah.
that shop. Yeah, so it's the same.
No.
It's not like I'm many times in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
He lives here, so
Yeah, he'd
Yeah,
know it a
we,
lot
we
more.
spread the
Yeah.
work and
Yeah.
I'm more the public figure of
Okay,
the,
yeah. The face.
the
So
face.
I visit a lot of shops.
Okay, chatting, going, like working the street.
Yep,
So, yeah, you've been to Goa?
I've been.
What do you think?
Well, when I was there, it was really busy.
Okay.
Like I couldn't sit, I couldn't talk to anybody,
Yeah.
so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a small.
It's a
bit
small
of-
shop.
Small.
It looks like a
but
Chinese
cozy.
restaurant.
Yeah.
It literally looks like a Chinese restaurant. It has all the old like chairs and all that stuff. Their menus expensive.
Yep.
Definitely not much for the locals. I haven't gone there in a while because of that. Because I know once I go in there, to even smell something you might buy, you're looking at €16. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the start off. You know what I mean? I think it goes up from there. So for that reason, I don't really go in. I must go back in and have another look at
Yeah.
the thing. We were saying we wanted to start doing like a coffee shop review, kind of more content, but we might do it with all the shops we don't visit first. You know what I mean? And see where they worth going back to. Why
Yeah.
have I not been going here, kind of thing. So I think that'll definitely be on the list of one of the shops we have to go
Yeah.
to.
Especially
But,
we walk by it so often.
Yeah, that's it. It's literally only up the road, so the
sounds-
location's
sounds
good.
like good goal,
Yeah,
Yeah. And it is. I like that the decor is something
Different.
very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it literally
Then
looks like
most-
you just dragged
Like
it
a
from the
little
Chinese
tea
street.
room or
Yeah,
something.
But a fancy Chinese.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah,
it
no,
is.
really, it
Looks
is.
nice.
They have
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I've
aren't they where they're
I
linked
thi-
with another
I
shop
think
as
they're
well?
are they
One
linked with
down on
Bass Joe's
Rembrandt.
or Koi?
Koi, isn't
It
that
could
it?
be
Yeah.
Koi. I used to think Bass
Or
Joe's,
are we just
Koi,
thinking
and
because the
Goa.
name's similar?
No, I think I used to think they were all connected, and someone told me recently that I think one of them are and one of them isn't, or something like
Yeah.
that. So, they're all I think they're all very similar menus and slightly overpriced and kind of that upper end without the high end quality of maybe
Yeah.
a Family First. You know what I mean? They have the prices, but not the weed to
Yeah.
back it up. But it's not a bad shop again. I think the location's very good. It's fucking just off
Yeah.
Newmart.
And if you have a
Um,
place to sit, it's a nice
yeah,
place to be. Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
only
it
I'd say
seems
there's only
comfy.
about 4 or 5, maybe 6 tables in it, so you
Yes,
would be
yeah.
hard pushed to get a seat. Like I'd say if it could fill up
Because
quick.
they're
Like.
like little boots in a way, aren't they? Every time I look in, it's just.
I think they have the chairs and the big backs on them, and they have all that kind of Chinese design in them and
Yeah.
stuff. So it might just look like the boot, but I think they're just like tall black chairs that sitting
okay.
like that, kind of like a restaurant
Nice.
more so. Again, I haven't checked the menu out in a while, so I don't really know what way to look at it and that. But location wise, it's definitely okay. I think the location and their shop would probably bring them up, and their overpriced would probably bring them down. So probably just in the middle of the road. You know what I mean? I think solid spot kind of.
Yeah, it sounds like solid
I,
spot.
I wouldn't really.
have to go and
yeah, we'll
check
go
it,
again
yeah.
if we. So a thing I've done as well, because we're running out of lighters as well. If we go to a shop and we like it better than we thought we did, or we don't like it like we did, instead of pulling the lighter out, we can take it back off the wall and talk about it. So for now, I think we'll put it in solid spot, and then we'll have a look at it and see if it's worth moving up and down. But
Judge again.
if it's not worth moving, we'll just leave it where it is as well. So yeah, happy days.
We'll have to visit it.
Yeah, for sure.
And what would be your top shops when you come to Amsterdam? Where would you go to?
Well, right now I'm actually on a kind of tolerance break
Okay.
because I told Robin that I would
I
smoke
was
again
thinking you
when
weren't smoking.
the app is downloaded 100,000 times.
Okay. So what are you at now?
I think combined, when Apple is online and not kicked out,
Yeah.
I think it's something about 80,000, something like that.
Between 80 and
Okay.
90.
So there are 20,000. You can have a joint.
Yeah, and I have
So
a lot
start
of places.
downloading. The man needs a
Well,
joint.
fucking done, my dear.
That's dedication.
Nice.
So I have a lot of
Literally,
places to visit when we
Weeview.
finally have.
Yeah.
Yeah, get you high as fuck.
So
Fucking hell.
what I look at now is how, when you don't
Close
smoke
that window
anymore,
over.
you look at different things when you visit a coffee shop
Yeah,
than
for
when you are
sure.
smoking. But I always go with a friend of mine who is more of the smoker guy.
Yeah. So you have somebody
So
there
he-
to.
yeah, he tests the quality, and I'm just looking
That's
at
not
how
a bad job for him.
Yeah.
I'm looking at how it
Yeah.
looks,
Yeah,
how the
the
people
vibe, the
are, that work
interactions.
there, yeah.
That's
So
kind of nice though as well, because sometimes you might get too focused on
the
the
weed
flower of the
or
product.
distracted.
You need kind of different perspectives going.
Yeah.
As you're saying, you want to give like an honest review.
I,
That's
I was
nice.
going to say, are you
Honest
giving your own
reviews, yeah.
review, or are you just in here to work with them? Do you do a review yourselves, or is it just all
sometimes
public reviews?
I write a review as well.
You just leave a review. It's not like from the admin side or anything. It's just your personal
No,
review.
it's my personal one.
Okay, yeah.
But most of the time I'm just there to
Yeah.
get them involved.
But
But I always think that it depends on what you're willing to do.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be with a group of people, then there are certain shops that you should visit.
yeah,
And if you want a small, cozy town kind of
Yeah.
like a
that's it.
vibe,
Some people are here for the flowers. Some people are here for a good seating place. They don't care about what they're smoking. So
Like, you can
there's
say like pre to me for like a
yeah,
big group.
for
Yeah.
seeing
Or
it's
the
the best
jolly
place
if
to
you
be.
want to just chill by
to watch the
yourself.
world go
Yeah.
by. Yeah,
Nice.
And
Yeah.
if you want to take away, there's some different
yeah.
shops. And
Like
And does your app go through that? Like, can you kind of
filter it.
Yeah. Or
About
Like what
takeaway
preferences
or
or
yeah,
like.
like what your preferences are.
no,
or
you can't filter it yet.
Yeah.
So maybe
I
it's
like
something
the
that
yeah.
we have
I
to
like
think
the
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Writing
is.
down
It's all
notes.
progress.
Yeah, no, of
100%.
course.
But you find it when you read the reviews.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
what
always
the
see
kind
what
of vibe is.
people are saying about it. So
Yeah.
if there's a lot of talking about the seating area or
Yeah.
that you could be there with a big group.
Yeah.
Then you write it down.
Yeah, that's
and
the
people
big
read
selling
it.
point for that
Yeah.
shop. You
In
know what I mean?
general, our reviews are more detailed than the regular reviews.
Google
you write
ones, yeah,
about
it's-
your
People
bags
going in
you
depth.
bought on the internet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. Then you can really get a feel for the shop then from the review.
Because
Yeah.
if they are going to make the effort to go on to your app specifically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's with like
we thank
passion.
the
it's
community
with-
for that, and
Yeah.
everyone who takes time to write a review that's
Yeah.
more detailed than just terms.
I
of,
must start.
Yeah,
If
they
I
wanna
think about it
share.
now, when I'm sitting in different shops, I must start just putting up little reviews on the thing. You know what I mean? Just to
big
fill it
time,
out.
And I'm downloading the app.
Yeah.
want you
There you go.
blazing.
Everybody down this man needs
No,
to join
big
soon.
time. I'm just shit. I'm not a technology
Yeah.
person.
But if you want to
Please
sit
protect-
inside and, you
And I
want
hate it
to
too.
experience the whole coffee
Yeah.
shop kind of vibe in
Yeah.
the biggest way, then probably pre is the best.
Oh, pray.
Yeah.
And if you want to sit outside on a sunny day, I think Reefer has,
Bu-
Yeah.
has a
Bush
beautiful
Doctor.
terrace.
Bush
Yeah.
Doctor is a
Doctor is
great
nice as
terrace
well.
as well.
Free.
Reefer's a great terrace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just
That-
want to take away, you have in West you have the corner,
yeah.
it's
Yeah. I was
really
only out
small
there
place.
recently. The corner's a lovely little shop.
lovely people.
And
great
Johnny's
quality.
in your dad. You know Johnny's coffee shop.
Johnny's, yeah.
That's great for a takeaway. That's a little gem. That one. It's like it's always got a good menu. It's gone up in price. I remember back in the day when I lived in Lions Plain. I went there and I think they had 5 different Kushes or like indicas for €8 or €8.50. And this is only like 6 years ago. You know what I mean, the strawberry Kush, this, that. And they're all €8, €8.50, €9. €10 was like the top of the menu. And this is back when shops were still 15, 16. And you go to Johnny's and fucking you've got
And
Kushes for
also,
half that price.
In
So
the southern part, you have DNA.
DNA. I've never been to it. I've
Also
heard of
really
it.
for the locals.
Yeah,
So their prices are great.
yeah.
They're also really.
Can you
friendly
sit in
people.
DNA?
No.
No, takeaway. Yeah,
Takeaway,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
It's a
it
nice
all
spot,
depends
yeah.
on what you're gonna
Yeah,
do.
that's it. Like takeaway works for the corner, and the yin yangs beside it. They're both just takeaway, so it's obviously just locals come the way home, grab a bit of milk, grab a bag of weed, go home, make the dinner.
I
You know what I mean?
suppose though is kind of nice for locals.
Yeah.
If you don't want to walk in and be standing there with suitcases and
Yeah.
tourists and everything, you just want to smooth
That's
in,
it.
get your bit of stuff, go home,
Like-
get your shopping
And
sorted.
the
Yeah.
last couple of
sometimes
months,
for
I've
that,
been
it's quite
visiting
nice.
The Hague a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
and
the
The Hague
Hague's
is-
coming up big,
I've never been.
man.
I even think I could say it that they're
Oh,
farther
yeah?
in front than you
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
we would take a trip
really,
out there
yeah.
for
The
sure.
Hague
Then.
is really
Yeah.
the place to be right
Oh
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's, what's it?
Especially
40
because
minutes,
of,
an hour
uh,
from here on the train.
Yeah, something
yeah,
like that.
probably,
Yeah.
yeah. And like the few shops now as well. A
Yeah,
lot of
and
passion.
The few in the league, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a good few in the league.
And the owners are all like
Passionate.
passionate.
Yeah,
Yeah, who
And
was
also
it?
with the edible thing,
they could do a lot
they
more.
can do a lot more.
Yeah.
So everything evolves a lot faster than
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, they're open to a lot more. And their community, who was it? Greenhouse Effect and Kramer's,
Gr-
2 different coffee
Yeah.
shops, did like a collab session.
Oh, nice.
And then when I was chatting with the owner, they actually said it was like not just like a smoke session, it was quite educational. So
Mhm.
like they have the stuff for dabbing and puffcoats, but they're teaching the locals what everything was. And now they're finding a lot more of the locals, they used to just come in and buy their same flour, and now being like, okay, what's
Let's
actually
try this,
Or,
try this. Yeah,
and I haven't
nice.
started the puffco, I still have some
and
of my
they
dad's.
are
and-
organizing a lot of
Nice.
events as well.
Yes.
And that's something, well, it's coming up in Amsterdam as well,
Yeah.
but that's something I always think,
Needed
how
more.
is it possible that Amsterdam doesn't have that
Yeah,
many
it's because
events?
it's so
It's
many
crazy,
tourists and
yeah.
expats. You know what I mean, like we've been trying to do a few events with the people who live here, but most coffee shops are filled with people who are here for a day or two. So it's hard to get an event together when people are only in and out, in and out. So in Den Haag or local areas, you have got the same people that want to just get together and have these events. So, like between the Puff Puff Paint and we've a smoke session tomorrow in Prix de Me,
Big one.
we get
Oh.
big one. So we've got groups together, and from that, people are meeting each other, and you know what I mean,
Yeah.
making new friends and coming
We-
back just to
we are
meet people.
trying to start a ripple.
Yeah,
Because I think even like I'm here just like not too long, but since we've been here, I kept seeing groups. Like
Yeah.
it felt like being in school. when I'd see like groups
Different
of this,
cliques.
yeah. And then me and like Dan Milligram, we're trying to break that. We're trying to build a community. We don't care what you smoke. If you smoke a load of tobacco or you dab, we don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Just come
Yeah.
blaze at us.
If you can only
You know what I
handle
mean?
half a joint, or if you can fucking eat 1,000 milligrams, come along. You know
Even
what I mean?
if you
It's-
don't blaze,
yeah.
we just like the vibe. Float.
Just come and chill, yeah.
Because I think it definitely the community's been lacking it. Like even I started the puff and paint thing, and when I started it, I was like researching where is it happening elsewhere in Amsterdam, and it's not. But it's a place that is surrounded constantly by cannabis and art,
Yeah.
and the
And
people
creative
are doing
people.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
was
it
what I
is.
thought about Amsterdam, but what I understand is that
Yeah.
they wanna lose the cannabis.
Well, that's the
image
mayor.
of,
That's
Yeah.
not the community. You know what I
No,
mean? That's
all the mayors.
that's the powers that
Yeah.
be that want to
That's-
change
that's
it.
influence the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Well, that's the force. The more they put restrictions, the more we have to get in a
Yeah.
huddle together, which
Yeah.
in the end will be bad for them because we become stronger as a community. You know what I mean? So
Like we've met so many beautiful new people.
Yeah, oh,
Like
yeah.
even through the podcast, we
Yeah.
meet constantly.
constantly, and then like we've like people are
It is. It's true because we get to sit and chill and
Yeah.
chat with you about
and
it.
chat new people about different things and different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even the Puff of Paint, there's people that we met there that hang around with us all the time now. You know what I mean? They went
Yeah.
from one of the girls we met. She lived over
Yeah.
here for 2 years. She just went to work and went home. Didn't have any friends. Came to Puff of Paint once and now hangs around with us the whole time. You know what I
she's
mean?
literally
So
like
it's
our gang.
yeah.
You
So
know what I
went
mean?
from
Like
no
we're one of our
friends to a
best
whole
mates.
group
Yeah.
of friends. You know what I mean? So
It
and then
is. I think honestly, we think next year there's going to be a big shift.
yeah,
Like in the cannabis community. I think it's the like you say a lot. Even the lockdown, everyone was just like, "What the fuck is
yeah,
going on?"
scattered.
We've had a
She
year
came
or
here
so
during
now.
lockdown, so she didn't even get to experience Amsterdam for the first year she was
Just
here.
trying to
Like
find my people.
Yeah.
Like nobody was
couldn't even
out.
go to a coffee shop. Like
Who's still floating?
Yeah.
But no, it is. I do. The community needs a shake up. People need to start doing
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
but
for
it
sure.
is like Den Haag. Fudge this. He only had a high tea with Life of Rosin. They did one in the greenhouse, Secret Farmers.
nice.
A
How was
session
it?
It was beautiful,
Yeah.
man. I was blazed. I can't lie. I usually can like take edibles very well. I was sitting there. I couldn't move.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
I've never
"Fudge."
seen you like that.
No, honestly, like I couldn't. Like I said it to Fudge. I was like,
Yeah.
I think you've done pretty well.
Yeah,
I was like,
like
I
we
can't do
we
it.
usually take roughly the same amount of edibles, and I've been stoned a few times. I've never seen her that bad. So
no,
the fact that
and
you're
like I
fucked
mean,
is
2,000 milligrams plus I can take. Yeah, Fudge, he did well that morning.
nice.
I had 4 hours sleep and no breakfast.
Yeah.
But still, I've done that before at Eddie's and they haven't hit me.
Yeah.
You did good.
Give him the credit.
Yeah, no, Fudge, well done.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah. You faded the fairy.
But yeah, no, we definitely need to get out to the Hague for sure. Check
Yeah,
it out because
they're
I've
doing
heard a lot of things about that.
Great stuff.
We can
out
eventually
there.
add them to the wall. Then you know what I mean.
Yeah, big time.
Grab a load of lighters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll leave it there then, lads. Yeah, call it a day. So shout out to Weeview. Make sure you download the app because this man
Yes.
needs a joint very soon.
Thanks for having us.
No, thank you so
Yeah,
much for
no,
coming on.
really,
And
and for the work you're doing
yeah,
as well.
it's brilliant. And hopefully they're back on Apple soon as well because I have
trying
it,
our
but
best.
a lot of
We're
people
trying
can't.
our
But the website as well, it's just Weeview. I'll
Yeah,
put it up at the bottom, weeview.com.
.nl.
I'll try to remember, put it up at the bottom somewhere here. But thank you so much to the guys at Weeview. Thank you to Fade Fairy. This is probably our last one before Christmas. So
Woohoo!
Merry Christmas. And if you're watching and all that, like and subscribe. Cheers, guys. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
Legends.